is I want to do a background. It's not going to be like straight like that, it's going to be like bendy and stuff. It's going to look like rocks and everything. But I want like a hide in the corner. But so that I can still access Gizmo in case there was something wrong and I had to get her quickly. So instead of taking out the whole background, I'm going to have like a removable lid. So yeah, we'll see all of that. But right now, I'm just going to be cutting out shapes to start making the backgrounds. Okay, so here are the two pieces I'll be using for the background. So this would go along the back and this would go up the side, so it would be like a right angle. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can sort of see that. And what I want to do is have this in a corner. This will help sort of secure it even more, and the hide bit would be underneath. The best thing about doing something natural like rocks and stuff is that when you look at nature, nothing's completely perfect. No rock is exactly the same, so you can just be all wavy and each rock can be really strange and it'll look fine. Point out a few things. Firstly, this is the first time I've ever attempted to make a background ever for my reptiles, so I don't know how well this is going to go. Loads of planning. I think at the moment this sort of line here is the one I'm looking at. Obviously without having the actual vivarium here, it's difficult to say 100% where the vents are, but I think it would be somewhere like here and somewhere along here. But I also like this part, so I kind of thought I could build this up with rock and build this up with rock, but this would be an extra layer, so it's even more 3D, if you know what I mean. So at the moment this is still just the planning stage and seeing what looks good. Okay, so the polystyrene's cut really nicely and easily with the craft knife. This is just a normal one that you could use for like paper. It's nothing special. One thing I did do is put down a plastic bag because that sort of the static from the bag collects the polystyrene bits a lot easier. Right, so I've just picked this corner to just line these two up and see how it's going. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to try to make a hide in that corner, so that will be the next part. What I will do, I probably won't film, is light the side of this. So definitely with this, get help from, if you're young, get help from your parents, because this could potentially be dangerous. Basically you get like a lighter and you hold it up to here very quickly though, you don't hold it there for long because it will just burn. And what it does is all these like little bits, it almost like melts them together, which is really handy because otherwise it will just keep crumbling off. And I actually recut both of these bits, and I've also drawn on here where these will go on each side. They're about 4 inches away from the centre. Okay, so I've drawn out the door. This is a 5x5 inch piece. The best thing about all of this is you can draw as much as you like on here because this is all going to get covered up. This is going to be quite a fragile piece because of this is quite small here. I am sort of looking at it and thinking, should it be slightly smaller, because really a gecko's not that big, but I will be adding sort of rocks round it. So it will get a bit smaller, and when you add grout, the whole piece will get bigger, so the gap will possibly get smaller. So I'd rather have enough room than not enough. Okay, so this is how it's looking all together. Obviously this is too big for this gap. Maybe when it gets melted down a little bit by the fire it will fit in. Otherwise I will just sort of cut it down. I think I'd cut away sort of here so we still have the front all like that, but so it slides in there, or I'll cut down these sides because obviously I don't want to make this too thin. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy. I mean, this hasn't taken me long at all. This has just been a little bit of a morning project, so really if I can do this first time I'm even trying, then I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, so this will be where the hide will be. I haven't got the front on at the moment because I've just added these two bits, and basically where I want the lid to be removed, these bits will just do some extra support around the back so it won't just fall through. So this had to be trimmed down so they would just slide together, but I'm hoping that the glue would just sort of help that all out. And this has now been extended, so this is more angled towards this way. Really I want to get that sort of shape sorted out so I can get on with making the lid of the hide. Okay, so it's the next day. I started to glue some of these parts together, only slightly though, so I glued these two bits and the extensions on the door. I used this aquarium sealant that I had left over from doing up Diego's tank a while back. But today I'm going to Toolstation to get some silicone sealant and some grout.